Good afternoon, and welcome to Blind Builds with Blind Prime. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today, we're going to be talking about an update on my ongoing I M.I.L.S project, as well as talking about the Iron Man and Iron Legion versus Hydra Soldier, that fun battle pack that LEGO did. Yeah, that's actually a lot of fun. I've got 3 of them now because there's a sale still going on Amazon for $5 off. So go get yourself one if you haven't already. And I would like to showcase what I've managed to do with 3 of those sets and the Spider-Man versus Venomized Doc Ock set, as well as just some few miscellaneous pieces. And of course, I millsed it up on a 16 by 32 platform. And that's what I have in front of you today. I call it the Hydra Tower. It's got some fun textures to it. I really love the pieces that we got with this particular set. The piece count, I wish there were more pieces, but I do like the textured bricks that it came with, and it comes with some pretty good parts that allow you to make a really cool tower with all these little angles and these textures to it. I like this little tower I managed to make utilizing all the pieces that I could. There were a few pieces left over, like the insanely long 2 by 12, I want to say. But yeah, I didn't want to use that one because it just didn't work for the tower. There's not enough stud on the side pieces added, and I didn't want to go through my collection to find any just for those pieces. So instead, I just tossed them off to the side, and I made this fun guy. He's got a little offshoot up here where I've built this big gun where the Hydra Soldier's in the gun, and it can actually it can spin on a swivel, and it can raise up and it can go down really far. I may actually switch that around so it can raise up even further. I added 2 of the Iron Legion to the weapons because it's a quad gun. So I have 2 Iron Legions, one each is grabbing a barrel. They're about to rip that gun apart. And then over here I have a remote controlled anti-aircraft gun. There's a little Hydra Soldier below who's controlling it. It needs to be raised up just a bit more because it keeps hitting his head. It's just, I need to work on this one just a bit to raise up that platform a little bit more, but you can spin it around almost all the way before it slaps him in the face. That's Hydra Soldier engineering. But it does look up and it looks down and it rotates around. That's a pretty nice one. And I have an Iron Legion attached to one of the barrels here about to rip it apart. There's an Iron Legion who just landed on the little side wall for the upper story of this tower, because the tower's got a lower story and an upper. The lower stories only gives him access to the ladder. And in here there's actually a fun ladder piece that I put in there to allow for characters to come in and out. And I also added another piece to it so that it actually has a trapdoor. And knocking things off trying to open the trapdoor, but we can open that trapdoor up, and a character like this. Oh, hey, it's an Iron Legion. Okay, yeah, this Iron Legion can just kind of come in here and then go down into that trapdoor. That's pretty cool. We can drop him in there if we want, but I don't feel like it, so we're just going to send him over here back on his little corner perch where he is literally just landing. And yeah, I got a little radar tower over on one side of it, and then we got these fun little guns. I've been having a lot of fun playing with the Iron Legion set because I really like the Iron Legion characters. And of course, I've got some other pieces in here like the lamps from the roadways, the new road system. I have an Iron Legion actually trying to stop an Outrider. I think they were the Thanos Outrider people from getting that. What just fell over? No. I just knocked something else over. Oh, I knocked over an Outrider, and I probably knocked over Doc Ock. He always falls over. Is that who I did? Is that who I knocked over? I knocked over Doc Ock. Come on, Doc Ock. Come on. Get out of there. Okay, so let's fix Doc Ock. Oh. The top of the lamp came off. Okay, so let's put Doc Ock, which is currently like grabbing an Outrider and an Iron Legion. But where is the lamppost? Okay, lamppost. There it is. Okay, so there's the lamppost. Let's put this piece back on the lamp. There we are. Perfect. I like the Doc Ock figure. I like him a lot. We've got, of course, some of these four-armed outriders. I forget which. Oh, I think these came in one of the Hall of Armor sets. Because I did get a couple of Hall of Armor sets because I'm trying to collect a lot of Iron Men. Now, this outrider, we can actually just attach him. Where were you attached to? Were you attached to this trash can? Yeah, you were. You were attached to the trash can. So let's just set you up here next to that lamp, the street sign. So I've got a fun little fence going on here behind the bench that came with the Spider-Man Doc Ock set, and there's the lamppost that came with the Spider-Man Doc Ock set, which Doc Ock is currently attached to. I've got Spider-Man on the bench attacking an outrider, which one of these outriders stole a pizza, and Spider-Man's trying to get it back because he was in the middle of delivering it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun making this set, and I do highly, I can't recommend the Iron Legion battle pack more. I have just had the most fun doing it. I don't like any of the Star Wars ones because they usually come with vehicles, and I don't really like that. I like the little structures. That way, as you build more, as you buy more of the sets, you can rebuild those structures better and better. This is the third iteration of the Hydra structure. Originally, it was a wall, and then it was a tiny little sentry gun post. Because I managed, with two sets, I could make a gun post. But now with three, I've managed to make a Hydra tower, a two-story tower that it has enough room for three Hydra soldiers to run around in it. Because there's now three. And of course, whenever I get the next one, because I will be getting another Iron Legion set, I will, of course, disassemble this entire tower and rebuild it with the new set added to see exactly how big of a set I can make. But I think my most fun that I've had designing this tower was designing this little offshoot lip, this little peninsula of pieces that comes off the second floor and hovers above the little garden because the Hydra soldiers have planted a little garden. I mean, they're kind of nice. They like nice things. They like to look at things, and they like their little area to be pleasant. So, they planted a little garden, and there's a bunch of invasive frog species because it's Hydra, so they have to include an invasive species because even whenever they're doing something pretty, it's still going to be evil at the end of the day. So they released a bunch of invasive species, and that's what their garden's filled with. Invasive species. Like the dreaded pink flower leaf plant. I've been putting those all over the place, but there's a little garden I made, and like I said before, I did enjoy making this little lip portion. I used some bricks that had an upward slope. Building those cave systems has really helped me when it comes to playing with slopes. So I was able to play with these slopes and really make a building that you can feel with your hands. I really enjoy that aspect of it. And here's to the next one being even better than this one. There is an example of, remember in the last I.M.I.L.S video we talked about the 16 by 32, and this is what I put on top of the 16 by 32 that we discussed in that video to kind of showcase how it can look. And there's, of course, the little arches on the bottom area, and then there's the area in the front that has the arches that are scooted back by one square. It's a fun little structure. And those are some fun sets. So each of those sets is still available today. The Spider-Man versus Venomized Doc Ock, which is a good set. It comes with some nice pieces, and you get to build this fun little motorcycle here, which I usually have a Hydra Soldier driving because the Hydra Soldiers, they get the fun motorcycle. Spider-Man doesn't need a motorcycle. Spider-Man can web swing until he leaves New York, and then he's going to have to figure out how to transport in like the plains area. That would be a fun Spider-Man thing. Spider-Man dropped in a desert. What are you going to do now? What you going to web swing to? But fun little motorcycle that I built, and I usually put a Hydra guy in it. But there's not really much space on this platform to park the motorcycle. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I'll have some more, Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff for you coming up down the line. But I've been really excited about doing this I.M.I.L.S project for a while now, and the pieces came in, and I'm just spending a lot of time millsing up my Lego city and keeping you updated on that process. The next step is let me slide this guy over. Yeah, the fun thing about having a stage is you can just slide the stage across. And let me slide the pieces away from here so they don't get all screwed up whenever I do this. There it goes. Okay, and then grab you. It's a bit dirty because it needs to be cleaned, but this is the set that we will be millsing up next. The detective's office. Now, I've taken off the top stories of the detective's office because we just need to talk about, the detective's office by itself, doing the transfer, switching it over to a I.M.I.L.S platform. I showcased the I.M.I.L.S platform. It was the one that we built together on my video, my last one, and this is the set that will be going on top of that platform. So that is going to be next on my channel. We will be transferring a Lego set and having a lot of fun doing it, because that's what this is all about. This is about having fun with my hobby and sharing my hobby with you. Most of the time on this channel, I talk about Transformers and G.I. Joe because I do enjoy collecting them. I do think they're fun. But if you had to consider a hobby of mine, I do the Transformers and the G.I. Joe for this channel, and I think they're cool. But I don't consider that my hobby. I won't spend hours a day or reorganizing my GI Joes and Transformers. I'll spend a few minutes, moving one figure from one shelf to another. What I will find myself spending hours a day doing is messing around with the Lego city, changing things up, rebuilding things, and trying my best to get the color matching correct. That is what I spend the majority of my time doing whenever I want to relax. If I want to relax, I build. I design Lego stuff. I create. That's what I love doing, and that's why Lego will always be my number one hobby, because it's fun. I mean, Lego even means play, and I enjoy playing with Lego, and I hope you enjoy playing with Lego. And remember, one of the important things that I've had to realize since going blind when playing with Lego is that the instruction manual is just a suggestion. If you can get over that, you can have a lot of fun with Lego as a blind person. You want to get your friends to build a set? Cool, get them to build a set. But get sets that you don't care about building correctly. Like if it's the Lego Creator Expert stuff, which I call icons now, I'm going to get my friends to build that because I want it to be as close to what the designer wanted at the end of the day. But when it comes to little poo sets like the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock or the Iron Man and Iron Legion versus Hydra Soldier, those sets you can have more fun with because it doesn't matter what you build in those sets. It just matters that you enjoy what you're doing in those sets. It's a different type of Lego set. So just, keep that in mind whenever you're playing with Lego. It's more important to have fun with this hobby than it is to, get all the colors correct. Don't stress about getting the colors correct. Just have fun. And that's all that will matter at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's your hobby. Do what you want with it. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope all of you out there are having a wonderful day. And I hope all of you out there have a hobby that you can call your own, that you can get lost in for a few hours, whether it be playing video games or you're playing with Lego or reorganizing your action figure shelves. I hope all of you have something out there that you can do to help you, reorganize your mind, relax, and not think about things for a little while as you just play. Thanks for watching. I've been Blind Prime, and you have been my amazing audience, and I've always appreciated every single one of you for every second that you spend watching my videos. I could never express how much I appreciate you all. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. Comment below telling me what your favorite hobbies are. Let me know. I would love to hear what your hobbies are. Until next Prime, bye-bye for now.